guys, welcome back to another video, and today's video is something different. I don't normally do chit chat videos for you guys, but this one is an update on my tattoos and piercings, as I have gained many of those and lost them since my last video I posted about 2 years ago. There is one place in particular that I will not be naming, purely because I don't go there anymore and I don't have a very good relationship with them anymore. But other than that, all names will be will be mentioned within this video. English today. Also, the background song that is playing in the background, obviously, is by an upcoming band from Leicester called Oceans Apart. I will put all of their details down below for you as well, guys, as well as a link to this video. It's not sponsored by them. This video is not sponsored by them. I just like them and I feel like I want to help them out by popping them in here. So yeah, also, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button, and if you want to receive notifications of when I upload, hit that little bell button. So let's just get on with this video. Guys, I'm feeling very summery today. I don't know why, like the fairy lights, the hair, the makeup, the little jumpsuit, I don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna start with piercings. My hands look this hand in particular looks very orange. That might be because I've not got my glasses on and that's just what I'm seeing in blurred vision, but it looks very orange. But anyway, yeah, piercings. So we shall start with my ear piercing. So I have my lobes pierced twice. The first lot was done when I was about 6 months old in a little place in Spalding. I cannot remember the name of it for the life of me, because you know I was a baby when I went there. And the second lot was done when I was 13 at a place that is no longer, well, I say no longer in Spalding. They've like relocated and had a name change, and I don't know what their new name is. But it was called Phoenix when it was where I went. So I had them done when I was 13. I did have a helix piercing up until like the other day when it just fell out. That was done at the place where I'm not going to mention their name. And I also have my daith pierced. I don't know if you guys can see the little hoop in my ear. Again, that was done at the place we shall not mention. I had my tragus done at one point as well. But other than that, that's all my ear piercings. Facial piercings, I have had my nose pierced several times. I've had this side done twice and this side done once. Basically this side wouldn't accept a ring, so I had it pierced in this side and that accepted a ring, but then I had to take it out for an operation I had, and then my dickhead of an ex was like, no, it looks stupid being in, so I didn't put it back in. I got my septum pierced about a month ago, and I got it done at a place called Lost Time in Peterborough, and I got it done by the lovely Dan. He is so nice. Like, I love going there to get piercings done by him, just because his customer service skills are like top notch. He cannot, like, you cannot fault it. When I go to get piercings and stuff, especially when I'm trusting someone to put a hole in my face, I want great customer service and someone who's going to keep my anxiety levels down, because I do get really bad anxiety and really nervous before getting a piercing. Like, my hands will get all sweaty and I'll like get hot flushes and things like that. So I just kind of like want to have someone doing it who calms that down to a great degree, and Dan definitely does that. Me and him have a friendship outside of piercing now, But that is where I go to Lost Time in Peterborough for all of my piercings now, just because I trust them so much more than what I do anyone within the town that I live in. That's no offence to anyone who I go to for tattoos and stuff, but for piercings, especially someone who's putting a hole in my face, I'd rather go to the likes of Dan, who I trust completely. So yeah, that's not it for piercings. I had my belly button pierced at one point, but my belly button is so tiny that even the smallest bar didn't quite sit properly, so I took it out in the end just because it felt really uncomfortable, and like I say, it just didn't sit too great. So yeah, that is it for piercings. Moving on to tattoos, and we shall start with my fingers on my orange hands apparently. But I have this little one here. This was one that I actually tried to do myself and failed miserably. So I went to Black Orchid in Ingermells. Do not go to a suicide tattooist. Like, yeah. But I went to a place in Ingermells and they sort of fixed it up for me. And I've had it about 6 months and it hasn't really faded, it hasn't really blurred. So I'm quite happy with that. I paid £10 for this tattoo. So dirt cheap. The other one, again, I got done at the same place on a different day and I paid £15 for it. And it's just the little Pocahontas symbol. Basically, I love that film. If you guys don't know, I absolutely adore that film. And it's got a lot of meaning behind it, but I really have always wanted that symbol tattooed. So yeah, and I mean 15 quid on my finger, not an issue. So moving on to, we'll try and go in order of when I got these done. Try. My first one is the one on my wrist. This one would have been featured on my channel from day one. I got it done literally just after I turned 18 and it's a poppy with mum and dad on it. Now the mum and dad is in my own handwriting, which I like that personal touch. That one cost me £70 and I got it done by LOUIE at the place that shall not be named. But I got it done by a guy called LOUIE and he has done quite a few of my tattoos now. He is a really good tattooist and again he is super nice. He is very much aware that I get very anxious before anything body modification wise, so he keeps talking to me throughout, like me getting my tattoos done and that sort of thing, and I just really like that in a person. If like I'm going somewhere to get a body mod done, I would rather have someone talking to me the whole time and keeping my anxiety levels down than someone who just point blank ignores me the whole entire time. So yeah, that one was my first ever one. So yeah, then I got my leg done. We'll go down in order of when I got them done. So I got my leg done. I will insert a photo here of my leg just because, actually no, I can show you guys. I can actually stand up and show you guys. So this is my leg piece. It's sort of the Pocahontas compass with Flick and little Miko. And it says sometimes the right path isn't the easiest. So this one was done by a guy called Yoz. It was also done at the studio that shall not be named. Yoz has since gone on to open up his own studio, so has LOUIE. So obviously I don't go to said studio that I initially went to. That one, we got that in a deal, so because my dad and my best friend was getting tattoos done as well, we booked out Yoz for the day. So for the whole day session it was £350, but that on its own should have been between 120 and 150. Miko wasn't done by yours, Miko was done by someone else, and I'm not overly happy with the way they've done Miko, so I will be getting that reworked by yours at a later date when I speak to him and when I have money. Money is my issue. So yeah. So that was that one. My next one was probably Rio's one, which is this one. So this was my old dog's paw print, and I've got his name, the saying, not just a dog, my best friend, and then the date he was born and the date he died. So Rio was my best friend and will always be my best friend. And I will never get another dog like him. Don't get me wrong, I've got a dog now which has featured in some videos. Insert clip here. But Rio was my best friend, and he will always be my best friend even though he's gone. So we unfortunately lost him 4 years ago this year, and I decided, the day we decided to have him put down, that I was going to paint his paw blue and take his paw print, and it took several attempts to get a decent paw print, but I wanted to get that tattooed because, like I say, he was my best friend. We got him right at the start of me self-harming and lost him right at the very end of it, so he was there throughout my darkest times in my life. And I thank him greatly for being there, because I don't know where I'd be without him. He was the one thing that actually kept me going, because I knew every day when I got home from school, I'd come home to a giant cuddle from him. And I'm actually getting really upset talking about this, so we're not going to talk about it. But yeah, that's the tattoo for him. That one cost me 50 quid, and that was done by a tattooist at the studio that shall not be named. The tattooist shall not be named either, because he's the one I fell out with. So, you know. The next one was, not sure if it was my back or my ribs. But I've got my ribs done, and it's a little feather with the lyrics, "Saviour will be there, so you live freely without their harm," which is Blackville Bride's lyrics, but they mean a lot. So again, it's going back to that whole self-harming, depression, suicide thing. They hurt. Not gonna lie, I cried. I cried when I had my ribs done. They were also done by LOUIE at the studio that shall not be named, and they cost me £100. I will put, like I say, I will put photos in because I can't actually strip off and show you guys. That'd be weird. The next one was my back. So I've got a saying, shoulder to shoulder, of "We'll Stop at Nothing" with James Towson's signature on it. So it's a song he's written, and I just feel like it's a good thing to live by, of don't let anything stop you. Like, barriers and blockages will be put in your path, but don't let it stop you. Just drive forward, like, do what you want to do in life. So that's the whole idea behind that. On the back of my neck, which I should be able to show you. I don't know if you can see that very well, guys. So I have a watercolour cat. We lost my cat of 17 years a couple of years ago, and that's kind of in memory of her. We got her when she was about 3 or 4 weeks old, and it was touch and go whether she was actually even going to survive kitten age. But then to live till she was 17, absolutely brilliant. And she was one of those cats that you could do anything to her and she wouldn't attack you or anything like that. She would just let you do it. I mean, I tried to bath her when I was a kid. I tried to stick her in a Barbie's bath when I was a kid. So she was that sort of cat. So yeah, that's in memory of her. I then got my ankles done. So on the outside of my left ankle I have a Mickey Mouse, which initially was a couple's tattoo, but that broke up, so I now say it's for my mum because her nickname was Mickey. On the inside of that ankle I have the semicolon for mental health awareness. As I've said previously within this video, I do suffer from depression and anxiety, so you know, it's kind of to represent that. On the inside of my right ankle I have the Manchester Bee from the terrorist attack that happened in 2017. It's just a little thing that I got done. And then on the outside of that ankle I have Maria Brink's signature. She has been a musician I have idolised for many, many years. I've met her once. Fangirl moment. But I just like the way she came from absolutely nothing and she made something of herself. And she doesn't let her past define her. She openly speaks about her past, and I quite like that in people because it shows that they're not afraid of it. But yeah, no, so that's why I've got that one. And then moving on to my sleeve, so this little anchor was a cover-up where I tried to tattoo myself at college once. And then I've got my sleeve, which I will insert a video clip of. So basically, on the inside of my arm I have a film camera with Killen as the camera name as such. Killen is my mum's maiden name. So it's kind of like a little bit of a family thing in there. And then the roses are my granddad's favourite flower, so that's why they were in there. Plus I wanted to add something a little bit girly and a little bit more floral into the look. The film strip was just initially to fill in the gap, and the signatures within the film strip will be being removed. I no longer support this band because of the way they treat their fans. So I will be removing those signatures, and I will be getting some others put in. And then the little lyrics along this section of my arm are the lyrics to My Only Sunshine. My mum used to sing that to me as a child, and it's one song that I remember heavily from my childhood just because that's what my mum used to sing to me all the time. So yeah, the wolf at the top, if you can see him there, my dad's favourite animal and Native American spirit animal is a wolf, so that's why I got a wolf done. And the little symbol on his forehead is a little pagan symbol, and my best friend from college is pagan, so it's kind of got that little resemblance in there. I will be getting more done to finish my sleeve at some point when money becomes available. So yeah, that's all of my tattoos. I haven't missed it. That's all of my tattoos. Guys, that is it for this video. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, comment down below, share and subscribe. I am here every Wednesday and every Saturday with new content for you guys. Like I say, all of the places within this video that have been mentioned will be listed down below, along with contact details for them. And also Oceans Apart's social media and contact details will also be listed down below, along with all of my social media. And I shall see you in the next video. Bye guys!